Hey, how's it going? A check-in for today. And as I mentioned in yesterday's check-in, I was absolutely properly zoomed out after, I think it was about 7.5 hours, 6.5 to 7 hours on Zoom calls yesterday, combination of presenting in the morning, meetings and attending events. And I have to say, although it was all worthwhile and fabulous, I definitely couldn't do that every day. Whew. And it took its toll a little bit today as well. Fortunately, Fridays, at least through August anyway, are slightly easier, go slow kind of days. Trying to not book anything in, like coaching calls and proper appointments, but still doing just a few little bits and bobs here and there. I actually got a fair bit done today, but I was definitely feeling the effects of yesterday. So that was all right. That was a good lesson to learn. And I also realised today that the big thing that I really wanted to do today and just needed to get done this week, should have been done earlier in the week, was to get back to a couple of inquiries, or one, not such an inquiry, but a conversation where I'm the bottleneck and they're waiting for me to send something I said I was going to send. In particular, an outline of a new presentation, which is all around returning to work. So a lot of the time recently I've been talking about how to thrive when working from home, and that's still current because many people are still doing that. But there's also a lot of people who are now looking at getting back into the workplace. And I've got a lot of ideas for what to do, to how to support that. It's very similar content actually, it's just changing the context. But because it wasn't super clear in my mind, it wasn't just a case of, oh yeah, I've got something for that, I can do that. I've had to kind of go back to the drawing board and figure it all out. And you've got to expand it all up before you can bring it back down to a little title and a few bullet points. And I was really struggling with it. And actually, before I got to the I'm really struggling with it point, I was definitely at the I am procrastinating like hell about this. And I was just putting it off, and I was doing other things. And it's a go slow day. I'll do it later. And it was just because I didn't have clarity on exactly what it was I was going to offer and what I was going to do. But as soon as I got started with it, some of the ideas started forming, started getting there a bit more. But again, just that little bit of depletion from yesterday has been sort of making things a little harder, I think, creatively, certainly, and just keeping my focus on things. So that was fun this afternoon doing that. I did manage to get it done in the end, not quite down to here's a title and here's an outline, but I have got it to a point where I've sent it off and I said, look, I'd rather create something with you than just come up with something and say, here you go, what do you think? And I've suggested that we get on a call again next week and have another chat. I've also given them the outline of all the other talks that I do have off the shelf, some of which might be appropriate and suitable. But this is a client I've worked with before, and the people who I'm dealing with, they're not, I think they're the decision makers as such, certainly not the budget holders, but they would put it up the food chain, and they chased me for it. I should have got it to them last week, but I was off, and then earlier this week, and I didn't, and so they chased me on Wednesday, I think it was. So I'm just getting it to them now. I've been kind of in touch. It's just I feel a bit bad about not getting it to them sooner, but yeah, for reasons it didn't happen, and here we are. And I think that was a good lesson to me actually, that I need to be really clear, very clear within myself about what it is that I'm trying to achieve and trying to do, and also how long it takes me to craft a new talk, even if it's from old content or old theory, like this one is. So, because I thought it would just be a quick thing to do, and really it was never going to be just a quick thing to do, not if I was going to do it well and properly. But it's there or thereabouts. So we'll see how that flies and comes back probably early part of next week. A few again, conversations that haven't come through yet, that I'm still waiting for responses on, things that look like they could be promising, but nothing's back yet. So I've just got to make sure I maintain, keep on top of those, because I don't want to let any of them just go. And I know that it's August, I know that people are doing other things and they're off and whatnot, but, or like me, taking go slow days. But I'm hoping that I can get some of this going, so I've got some real momentum as we go into September. So there we go. There's the check-in for the day. I will be back again with another update tomorrow. But for now, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.